The Edo State Police has uncovered a house full of dead bodies in Benin City on Wednesday, the 17th of August 2022. It was said the police responded to a phone call. Clearly, someone had seen it and had gone to report to the police. When the police came, they stormed into the abandoned building where they discovered dried human remains stacked up on each other. Some were even made to stand by the corners of the uncompleted building. This report, however, is new, so we don't have enough information as to what really was going on in this abandoned building with these dead bodies. But it's being suspected to be a ritualist den. However, I might have a different take on it, because by the look of these dead bodies, you could tell that they have been embalmed, well preserved, almost as if this was a morgue. Ritualist den as we know it usually can be messy. You know, body parts, mutilated human remains, human heads, skulls. But the body discovered in this abandoned building by the Edo State Police Command looked very preserved. To achieve that kind of preservation, it takes a professional mortician. A random Yahoo boy cannot do this. Now it's unclear what the body is. It might have been an abandoned mortuary. Or if that's not the case, there is a chance that maybe the people involved in the so-called ritualists as suspected may have gotten the bodies from a mortuary, probably those ones that have been unclaimed. I don't believe these people were killed here by the suspected ritualists because the police was said to have arrested one suspect. And I guess this was a suspect they saw in the house when they came to raid it. And in the video, you could see that there was a foam and a pillow amongst the dead bodies, amongst the deceased people, which made the crowd suspect that whoever was sleeping in the foam in the midst of these dead people might be a ritualist. And I guess this was the guy that they caught there, so maybe he's the one they believe is the ritualist. Again, the behavior is odd. If someone was sleeping with these dead people, of course I can see why people would believe this is a case of money rituals. And it sure does make sense, although not in the way we would have expected money rituals to be when it involves dead people. Or maybe this is one of those instances where the ritualist is expected to spend a specific amount of time sleeping in the midst of these dead bodies to achieve his ritualistic goals, if, you know, this was a case of money rituals or if they want some kind of favor or power. Because to me, that is the only way I see how this could have been a ritual case. In this building, there was a mini shrine at the corner of the house. There were chairs, mattresses, a generator, had a bathroom, a refrigerator, a sitting room with a photograph of the suspect. I guess the presence of the shrine in the house is what is making it seem as though this must be a ritualist something. In my opinion, I feel this is a morgue turned into a shrine somewhat. Again, like I said, the police do not have all the information yet. We are definitely waiting for updates. So if there is an update, I will let you know, which means you would have to stay subscribed, stay following this page should there be an update. It's a very creepy and unusual story, honestly. But these might be some of the questions we'll be expecting the police to give us answers to when they maybe finally get the answers or when they are done with their investigation. The first question is, who owns the building? I mean, no matter how abandoned it is, someone gotta own that building, and we need to know the owner of that building. They might know something. And looking at the dead bodies, like I've said, they looked preserved. They looked like they were embalmed, chemically embalmed by a professional mortician. So we need to know where they came from. Did they come from a morgue? And if they did, which mortuary released this dead body to be used for these kinds of atrocity? Or did that building used to be a morgue? Because if that building used to be a morgue and it was abandoned, obviously if there are unclaimed bodies there, the bodies will be left there and maybe turned into a ritualist den, like we suspect this is the case. Another thing the police would have to explain is who that guy is and what is his story. What is he doing there? Who sleeps in that building? Because there are foams there, there's a stabilizer there, there's a pillow there, bed sheets there. Clearly someone is living there amongst the dead. And we need to know what's up with that. We need to know what that means. We need to know who he is and why the person is doing it. And hopefully if the police do have time, they should tell us about the deceased people there. Who are they? Where they came from? If they have any loved ones. Because there are a number of them there. A whole number of them. Hopefully these deceased people can be identified because a lot of their features are still preserved. So clearly their loved ones, if they had any, would be able to identify them. I guess now we'll just have to wait for the updates, but before then, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think this must be a ritualist den? Or do you think this was just an abandoned morgue turned into a playhouse for crazy people? Or maybe we're overthinking this, or maybe it's more than it is. It's just hard to tell right now, but do let me know what you think. But before you go, 1xBet offers its players a lot of exciting games. One of the most popular is the Wheel of Fortune. The game mechanics are simple. All the player has to do is spin the wheel and fight for rewards. You could win an iPhone 11 Pro, an iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. If you register with our promo code TCD, you will get a welcome back bonus of 700,000 naira and 150 spins.